go time, day one. I'm excited to be back in the TVA.
Everything is stepped up a gear. The stakes are huge. Get to see Tom in a suit. A lot of people are going to like that.
We introduced this whole new corner to the MCU and these new characters.
I've been a fan of the Marvel Universe for a long time. I'm so grateful to be a part of this amazing series.
Rest assured, our Loki will be with our Mobius, and they will be dealing with the consequences of this first season.
A little over the top, don't you think? I thought it was spot on.
Season 2 is about Loki understanding himself.
Loki has always been a villain. What we want to explore is also Loki finding what heroicism really looks like.
We're playing God.
We are gods. He's found a new family. There's a new capacity to make connections.
What is it that you really want?
I want to save my friends.
He realizes that those connections are all that matter in the end.
The amazing Loki, everyone! He'll be here all week!
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This will be my new Loki Season 2 trailer video. They just released a whole bunch more footage, and they just upped the premiere date, so we're getting episodes earlier every week. So we'll break it all down. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the episodes. Cannot wait to see how Loki is going to destroy the multiverse even faster. Like, you can't give all the credit to destroying everything to Deadpool, even though Deadpool 3 is supposed to directly set up Avengers Secret Wars, and that's supposed to happen after the last Incursions happen.
You have questions.
Yes. I had a lot of questions. I'm sure you had a lot of questions, but rest assured, we're going to answer them right now.
The funny thing about all this is, like, we're hopeful that Loki is able to save his friends. Like, he's trying to stop time from literally coming unraveled at the seams, as it looks like in the trailers. But we all know about Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty, Avengers 6 Secret Wars, so like, we know that everything eventually is going to collapse on itself. The fun is going to be watching them all scramble, trying to save things while it just continues to get worse and worse and worse. The big news for episodes, though, is that they upped the premiere date, and they're doing the same thing they did for Ahsoka episodes. So instead of releasing Loki Season 2 episodes at midnight, now they're releasing episodes at 6 p.m. Thursdays Pacific time. So just convert that to whichever time zone you live in. My episode videos for that will post early Friday mornings. It'll be just like the way the Ahsoka episodes work. I post those like the morning after Ahsoka episodes come out. My guess is that Disney just realized that they got way better viewership numbers on Ahsoka episodes by releasing them at 6 p.m. Pacific time instead of releasing them at midnight. Like, even though there are a bunch of hardcore fans out there, myself included, who watch stuff at midnight, like, I'll stay up to watch stuff at midnight because I do videos for a lot of this stuff. Most regular people tend to watch television when they're awake during normal hours. My early guess is that they'll just continue doing this for like all their future series that release on a weekly basis. The only big difference between Ahsoka episodes and Loki episodes is there's only going to be 6 episodes of Loki Season 2, but they did 6 episodes during Season 1. Marvel has this weird kick where they just do 6 episodes sometimes, or they'll do super short episodes and they'll do 9 of them. They're supposed to be changing that with Daredevil Born Again when that releases. There'll be 18 episodes for Season 1, but they'll have like a mid-season break like traditional TV. Like, you remember old television, like the Arrowverse shows would have a bunch of episodes, but they'd have a little break between the middle. Maybe if we're lucky, Marvel will start doing that. Like, they'll do stronger series and they'll just do more episodes of those stronger series. Also love the way they use Miss Minutes to make some of these announcements too. Like, she's super sinister because we know what's going on with the character, as opposed to Season 1 when they were a little more coy about revealing that. Like, she's telling you better watch the episodes earlier or else.
Just watch.
Generally, it feels like what Marvel has done behind the scenes with the Loki character is just make him a way more central figure in this saga of Marvel movies, like Phase 4, Phase 5, and Phase 6 through Avengers Secret Wars. Like, there's basically 3 phases to each saga. The last big one was the Infinity Saga. This time, though, it's because of the way everything is working with the Council of Kangs being behind everything, the Incursions, the way the TVA works. Loki's pretty much at the center of everything that's happening, and he's almost solely responsible for a lot of the stuff that's happening. Now, there are like a lot of other people that are messing up big time, like Deadpool is going to mess up big time, destroy more universes. Sylvie is technically the person who killed He Who Remains. Doctor Strange is causing all kinds of incursions all across the multiverse. So, like, there are a bunch of big Marvel characters that are slowly destroying all of reality as quickly as possible. But it does feel like Loki has a front row seat to everything that's happening. Kevin Feige also did confirm that it was Sylvie killing He Who Remains during Loki Season 1 that set off this whole arc of Marvel with the multiverse, the Council of Kangs being that new Thanos-level threat, so to speak. Technically, there'll be a different Kang variant during Secret Wars, but he's still meant to be a former member of the Council of Kangs. So the whole concept is that a Kang is going to be the replacement for this overarching Thanos type of villain in this saga. Now, because we know that they're going to be rolling really hard on an X-Men saga, like X-Men-centric saga after Secret Wars, everybody's going to be wondering who's going to be their overarching X-Men-specific type of villain. Like, who is the Thanos replacement, but from the X-Men comics? We're also supposed to see a bunch of Loki crossover in Deadpool 3. The TVA will be main characters in the movie. Maybe there'll be a Loki cameo. Supposedly they filmed some Loki stuff for that movie. Maybe, if we're lucky, we'll get some Deadpool Easter eggs during Loki Season 2. It feels like they do have like a completely separate plot, so maybe there's just like a post-credit scene in the finale teasing Deadpool stuff. They also recently screened like the first 5 minutes of Loki Season 2 Episode 1, and apparently it picks up immediately in this moment from the end of the Season 1 finale, with Loki trying to explain who he is, what happened during Season 1, and apparently the real reason why Mobius and Hunter B-15 don't have any idea what's going on with him or recognize him is because when Sylvie sent him back to the TVA, he didn't wind up in an alternate reality like we all thought at the time. Apparently he was pushed back in time to the beginning of the TVA's existence, and it's going to be part of the time-slipping plot that they teased in all the previous trailers. Basically, Loki is jumping backwards and forwards within his own timeline within the TVA. So the whole idea is that Loki and Sylvie were at the end of time, like literally the very end of time before the universe collapsed in its own heat death when they were with He Who Remains in the Season 1 finale. So essentially, Loki overshot his destination when he was trying to travel back to the present day that he left from. And during this time period, like when the TVA has just begun, this Kang statue that we saw in the finale is apparently still He Who Remains version of Kang, but apparently when he first created the TVA, he wasn't hiding his identity from all the agents like he is later in the timeline. The reason why Mobius and Hunter B-15 were here since the beginning of the TVA, even though it's existed for millions of years, is just because of the way He Who Remains messes with time. Remember during Loki Season 1, Mobius told Loki that he didn't have any idea of how long he'd been here. Like, time kind of works a little bit differently inside the TVA, so even though he originally came from the 90s, they're all meant to be variants, like all the TVA agents are variants. So something happened, he caused a Nexus event back in the 90s. He Who Remains pulls him out to prevent the Nexus event from happening. He becomes a TVA agent, but he just plants him back at the beginning of the TVA's existence. During the beginning of Episode 1, you have Loki here, then going on the run trying to escape because everybody tries to arrest him like a normal variant because they don't know who he is. There's a quick speedrun version of what we saw during Season 1, Episode 1 when they first arrested him. He has to like re-explain everything, like, you don't understand. And while that's going on, he continues to time slip forwards and backwards through his own timeline inside the TVA. Some of these trailer shots are from his distant future inside the TVA, some are from his distant past in the TVA. Based on all the other trailer footage, they try to get help from Ke Huy Quan's help with the time slipping. His name is Ouroboros. They call him Obi for short. The funny thing about that is that Ouroboros also translates to Time Eater. Basically, he's meant to be the tech guy for the TVA. He's supposed to have created all of the TVA's tech, so he's like second only to Kang in his ability to engineer tech like this. This is them in one of the control rooms looking at the timeline that's coming unfrayed. Like literally time itself is coming unraveled and they have to figure out how to fix it. It looks like they have a couple side adventures hunting down regular variants, doing what the TVA would normally be doing while all this stuff is going on in the background. And during one of their missions, they go after the Victor Timely variant of Kang, bringing him back to the TVA. Like this scene looks like him helping them in the TVA with their problem. Supposedly, Jonathan Majors is going to be in at least like 4 episodes, maybe a couple different variants of Kang. I don't think he's only going to show up as the Victor Timely Kang. I think there'll be other variants of Kang. But I think this is a scene of them bringing Victor Timely Kang back to Ouroboros here, Ke Huy Quan's character, and him just going crazy, saying like, oh wow, it's you. So I think this is just meant to play into the idea that even though the Council of Kangs are evil, want to get rid of all the normal characters messing with the multiverse, like the 616 Avengers characters, pretty much anybody else from the multiverse, not all the Kang variants are evil, like this Victor Timely Kang will help them try to fix time. It also seems like the beginning of the season is mostly them just figuring out how to stop the time slipping and getting Sylvie back on board with the team. Looking at some of the other trailer footage though, this is the TVA's mail truck that Loki is in. Zoom in and enhance, look at the little bumper sticker with Miss Minutes on here too, like saying to direct all complaints with like this really long string of characters and numbers. Marvel's actually started selling merchandise like this in real life, like Miss Minutes merchandise all over the place. Ke Huy Quan talks about coming to the MCU. The funny story about how he wound up in Loki Season 2 is that after Everything Everywhere All at Once came out, the very first person anywhere that called him was Kevin Feige. He was like, "You were amazing in this movie. Please come be part of one of our Marvel productions." And Loki Season 2 just happened to be that thing that they decided on him doing. The other big thing in this is Tom Hiddleston talks about the events of Season 2, thinking that Mobius, the others, are his legitimate friends now, like Loki does have a traditional friend group the way that he didn't have before, kind of the same way that 616 Loki got really close to Thor before he was killed by Thanos during Avengers Infinity War. That's kind of the slippery slope, like the character does something really awesome, gets this awesome friend group, but then they pull the rug out from under them, something really terrible happens. We know that in the MCU now that's going to be Avengers 5 Kang Dynasty, the Council of Kangs, and Avengers 6 Secret Wars. Right as Loki saves all of his friends, boom, the rest of the multiverse collapses on itself. They have a brand new scene of Loki talking to Sylvie at this bar. It looks like it happens when he finds her working at that 1980s McDonald's, and they're still in the 1980s here. She just hasn't returned yet. He's wearing the same outfit in all those scenes, and she just changed out of her McDonald's uniform. Speaking of all this Loki McDonald's crossover, I don't know if they're still selling the Loki themed special sauce. Like, it's basically the regular McDonald's sauce just with Loki wrapping on it. So let me know if you can still go to McDonald's and actually buy that. For a little while, they actually converted a Brooklyn McDonald's to look just like the one in the Loki series with like 1980 prices and designs, but that was only for like a little while. There'll probably be another trailer or two before this comes out. We'll probably get a little bit more footage. So of course I'll do more bonus videos as we get closer to episode 1. But big reminder that all my episode videos will start posting after they start releasing episodes. My Ahsoka episode 6 video will post Wednesday morning. There's a bunch of other big stuff coming up this week, so be sure to enable alerts so you don't miss anything. Click here for that Ahsoka episode video. I'll update the link as soon as I post that. And click here for that brand new Deadpool 3 teaser trailer video. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.